He said Jay-Z doesn't support Memphis Bleek the way 50 Cent looks out for him. That was the.
But how? Yeah. Where's his records? Where's his businesses? Where's his do he even have a wait? Let me ask you a question.
He does.
Do this nigga have children?
Niggas be glazing. And the glazing award goes to Memphis Bleek.
Hold up, man. And the only Bleek verse I ever is the one that Jay-Z wrote. The only Bleek verse I ever liked is the one that Jay-Z wrote. I ain't never like a Bleek verse that he wrote by himself. Niggas ain't no Memphis Bleek fans like that neither, nigga.
Why you sound like that?
Now I'm just saying back to that shit, nigga. I'm dead serious. Back to that
right now.
Yeah, I am. I'm on 1,000.
Yo, look. Learjet Lenny.
I'm on 1,000, nigga.
You talking about Learjet Lenny,
Bitcoin for Bitcoin, bank account for bank account, nigga, and business statements for business statements. And we can do it next week.
Yo, look.
And let's check the transactions. You know how you can scratch it out so nobody wire nobody. Let's see how much money you got, nigga. And check the safe. Because we got the safe money. I got a safe in the crib. And I just took my kids' first class flights on Disney. We was in Disney World. I do shit with the kids. You heard? It was me and 2 of the homies and 13 kids is doing fucking great. Shout out to my niggas Mo, West, the whole indoor, the unit dispo, right? We getting podcast money as well. And the nigga get a whole lot of money with 50.
Was on there 2005, right?
Yeah, because of me. Because of me, Green Lantern giving me a mixtape, and I played the mixtape, and Hov was like, yo, who that? And I said, this new kid from Brooklyn, and he got a deal. Because of me. But niggas gonna forget that, because Hov don't look out.
Shit. Now, you know what this might be called? This is when appreciation has an expiration date.
That's a fact. Like, I looked out for the homie. Like, nigga know me.
At that moment when you helped him, he probably really fucked
listen.
with you.
Like,
but now, you don't help him no more. 50 do, so he don't fuck with you no more. I was like, I didn't even know that this nigga was...
Yo, he told me he got the safe in his crib.
Comment section. Put it in the comment section.
Memphis Bleek just turned a regular Jay-Z versus 50 Cent debate into something way more personal. What started as a conversation about loyalty and support quickly became a direct shot at Tony and Uncle Murda. And G-Unit was not letting that slide. Bleek's point was simple. He does not believe 50 supporting his people automatically makes them more successful than Jay-Z's circle. But then he pushed it further, questioning their businesses, independence, and whether they would still be standing without 50 behind them. That is where the conversation stopped feeling like friendly rap talk and started sounding like a real challenge. Bleek did not only question the money, he also brought family into the discussion, asking why people rarely see Tony and Uncle Murda with their children. That clearly hit a nerve, because once Uncle Murda heard it, the whole energy changed.
Niggas can't compete, that's why they talk like that. If 50 said 1 year, these niggas are being a shelter, they shouldn't be allowed to talk about us or anybody. When you literally are a dependent.
This was no longer just about who had the better label boss. Now it was about pride, respect, and who could prove they were handling business on their own. Before Uncle Murda exploded, Tony decided to explain what he actually meant by support. He was not saying 50 pays every bill or carries grown men through life. Tony was talking about access, opportunity, and being placed in rooms where real business happens. According to him, that is the difference Bleek ignored. And once Tony started naming those rooms, connections, and doors 50 helped open, he had one sharp question for Bleek. Where has Jay-Z been placing him lately? That question made the whole debate even hotter. Tony finally broke down what he meant, and honestly, his point was bigger than somebody simply paying your bills. He said 50 does not carry him like a dependent. Instead, 50 brings him into rooms with team owners, major executives, entertainers, and people who can create real opportunities long after the meeting ends. That was Tony's whole argument. Support is not always a handout. Sometimes it is getting the right introduction, being seen beside the right people, and learning how bigger business moves behind the scenes. Tony said those connections helped him build his own name outside of music while still benefiting from being part of G-Unit. Then he started listing what he has going on now: a dispensary, podcast deals, books, film ideas, and other business moves. He also reminded everybody that his recent comeback was not handed to him. Tony went on major platforms, sold his personality, and rebuilt his momentum without needing 50 beside him every second. That is when Tony turned the spotlight back on Bleek. He questioned whether Jay-Z had opened those same doors for him lately and whether Bleek was really judging the situation fairly. Tony was not saying Bleek had nothing. He was saying the comparison looked different once access, visibility, and business opportunities entered the picture. Then, Tony stopped playing nice and hit Bleek with the Glazer label.
Jay-Z doesn't support Memphis Bleek the way 50 Cent looks out for him. That was the.
But how? Yeah. Where's his records? Where's his businesses? Where's his do we even have a wait, let me ask you a question.
He does.
Do this nigga have children?
I don't know.
Because when do he travel with his family? When is family time?
He got
I don't want to hear this 50 Cent shit and Jay-Z shit. My wife right here, we just came from Paris, rocking the chateau. My daughter was in there, was in the room Leonardo da Vinci built. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like, my son just was at night one, Reasonable Doubt. Where's these niggas' kids? And you talking about somebody taking care of you. Who are you taking care of, man? Like, yo, we fucking 50 and you still want niggas to take care of you is insane to me. And the fans online think this is right. Arguing it. Yeah, Jay don't look out for Bleek. He's not supposed to. I have a job.
Mm-hmm. That one word changed the whole tone, because now this was no longer just a debate about support. It became a public challenge to Bleek's loyalty, image, and the way he defended Jay-Z. Tony may have kept his response measured, but Uncle Murda came into the conversation with a completely different energy. At first, he tried to stay calm and simply compare what both sides had going on. Bleek mentioned his restaurant, so Murda answered with the dispensary. Bleek questioned their money, so Murda offered to compare business statements, monthly earnings, houses, and even Bitcoin.
Bleek.
Right.
Did an interview. You know what I mean? And they've been clipping it up on social media. You know what I mean? So I seen a clip where you said you don't think that Jay looks out for them niggas over there like 50 look out for y'all.
And let me explain that to you. Like, cause niggas will flip it and bounce it like 50 pay a nigga bills or pay a nigga taxes, right? What I'm saying by that is like we're in rooms, like with Tillman, right? Niggas that own the Houston Rockets. We're in rooms with niggas we met. Niggas say, this guy owns the whole Brazil. We're in them rooms. So when you look at Bleek, do you see Bleek at the All White? Do you see him at Mike Rubin party? You ever seen him there? Have you ever seen him there?
That is when everybody realized Murda was not treating this like regular podcast talk. He was ready to turn Bleek's comments into a full financial challenge. Murda claimed his music deal, podcast money, dispensary, and touring income gave him more than enough to stand on without depending on anybody.
Have you ever seen Bleek at an all white party?
I never went to one. I don't know.
You never seen him there, right?
I don't know.
50 puts me and Murda in rooms that niggas could never get in. Like, I done met everybody from Jim Carrey to the Kardashians to whoever you want to name in the game. I done met niggas. When I go to the Garden, Patrick Ewing know me. John Starks know me. We're one of the most biggest groups in the fucking world.
But he also made one thing clear. Getting money with 50 is not the same as surviving because of 50. Murda said working with 50 creates bigger opportunities, new relationships, and steady touring money. According to him, he performs with 50 around the world multiple times every month, and that alone brings in a serious bag. That detail gave Tony's earlier point even more weight. The G-Unit side was not claiming 50 hands them cash and tells them to relax. They were saying he keeps them active, visible, and connected to opportunities that continue producing money. Still, Bleek's comments about their families clearly bothered Murda more than anything else. You could hear the anger building every time the topic came back up.
What I'm saying is, you don't, when he talks, he says he has a restaurant, right? But Jay didn't want to come. Right? We got a dispensary. You think 50 didn't slide by there? Know what I'm saying? The unit dispensary. We own a dispensary. We own businesses too. You know what I'm saying? We got successful podcasts, one of the fastest growing podcasts on the volume. And then I got another deal on the table and working on books, and Murda's working on books, and we're working on films, and we're in rooms with all these actors from Power and everything. All I'm saying is he don't put them in the rooms. So when a nigga go in there and say, yo, when Yayo had a house, I had a house in 205. I had a house before a lot of rappers, bro. A lot of rappers came to my house and got motivated. I had houses, not a house. But I don't like to brag about money. I like to stay humble like you guys do. Because I know a lot of people don't got it. It's not about why are we talking? Yo, Yayo don't wear the passport chain. The 50's not around. Why are we talking about chains? Because what it was is, Yayo came back from the dead. Yayo got a second win, and niggas can't stand it. Sometimes it could be a nigga that's around me that can't stand it. Yayo got a second win on his own without 50. I went on Vlad. Yo, you bugging. I went on $1 Million a Game. That took me there. I went on Shannon Sharp. I went on all these big platforms by myself and sold my personality just like y'all do. But niggas are going to continue to hate. You had your one day on stage with Jay, which is cool. Feel good.
The calm business breakdown was almost over, and Murda was about to make the response much more personal. Then, Uncle Murda stopped being calm and turned the whole interview into a full-on challenge. Bleek had questioned whether these men really had families, businesses, and money of their own, so Murda answered every point like he had something to prove. He started talking about taking his kids on first-class trips, having a daughter headed to college, and making sure the children around him are active and taken care of. That part mattered because Murda clearly felt Bleek crossed the line by bringing family into a debate that started over Jay-Z and 50 Cent. From there, Murda went straight into flex mode. He said they could compare bank accounts, business statements, Bitcoin, houses, jewelry, and even the money sitting in their safes.
And the Glazing Award goes to Memphis Bleek.
He was basically telling Bleek, don't just talk about who looks successful, bring the proof. And Murda did not stop with money. He took a direct shot at Bleek's music, saying the only verse he ever liked was one he believed Jay-Z wrote. That was easily the sharpest jab of the whole response, because now Murda was attacking both Bleek's finances and his legacy. Tony had already made the business argument, but Murda gave the situation that raw Brooklyn energy. One side was talking about access and opportunity. Murda was saying, let's put everything on the table and see who is really standing on their own.
I know, like, as far as niggas do got a successful weed dispensary business, and I know Bleek said he got a restaurant. I don't mind. We can do this too. We could go, let's see what you made last month, and we can show we made last month, and we could continue to do month for month to see who's making more money as far as that business is concerned. We could go business for business as far as that, right? And we can go Bitcoin for Bitcoin, because I got a bunch of those too. So as far as me being back in the hood, that would never happen. And we could show houses too. I got a pool. We could show who houses flyer and all type of shit. We could do that. We could go Bitcoin for Bitcoin. Hold on. Fuck all that. We could go Bitcoin for Bitcoin. We could do this. And not to mention, we got a nice check from Valium to even do this podcast shit. Right, we getting paid like real good money to do this podcast shit, and on top of that,
fastest growing podcast.
And on top of that, I heard him talk about he put out, because I didn't know he was talking about me. Like I'm surprised. I'm surprised he was talking about me. Like, damn, nigga. But on top of that, shout out to Ghazi and Nima. That's Empire. I just did a deal with them for 7 figures, nigga, with my music. So I get paid to put out music as well. So as far as I got to deal with Empire, I get paid to put out music, right? My dispensary is doing fucking great. Shout out to my niggas Mo, West, the whole indoor, the unit dispo, right? We getting podcast money as well. And the nigga get a whole lot of money with 50. It's great to perform with 50.
All over the world?
All over the world. It's great to perform with 50 all over the world. A nigga damn near perform with 50 probably at least 10 to 12 times out the month. That's what you call a bag.
By the end of it, this was no longer a debate about which boss supports his artists better. Uncle Murda had turned it into a public test of money, family, career, and respect. And now everybody was waiting to see whether Bleek would answer back. Just when it looked like Uncle Murda had taken full control of the moment, Memphis Bleek finally stepped back into the conversation. Instead of ignoring the challenge, Bleek linked up with Taxstone and answered the energy directly, but he did it with jokes, history, and a few sharp claims of his own. Bleek laughed off the bank account talk and suggested Murda only went that hard because the G-Unit wire must have landed. In other words, Bleek was saying Murda's loyalty came with a check attached. Whether he was serious or just trolling, the message was clear. He was not impressed by the money challenge, and he believed Murda's reaction only proved his original point. Then, Bleek took aim at Murda's place inside G-Unit. He called him a late addition and compared him to a GoBot trying to become a transformer. It was a funny line, but there was a deeper shot behind it.
This is hustling. Depend on 50. Money with 50. And I salute that and I appreciate that nigga like a fucker. And fucking with 50 creates other opportunities to get money. That's how it was easy to get the dispo and things of that like that. So it's a blessing to fuck with this nigga 50. But the nigga don't, the nigga's not depending on 50 to get no money. Like, what the fuck is niggas talking about? Is niggas crazy? Hold up, man. And the only Bleek verse I ever like is the one that Jay-Z wrote. The only Bleek verse I ever like is the one that Jay-Z wrote. I ain't never like a Bleek verse that he wrote by himself. And niggas ain't no Memphis Bleek fans like that neither, nigga.
All right, yo, look.
But damn, I'm surprised you talked about me, Bleek.
Now look, I ain't gonna listen.
You said he said something about me, nigga.
Don't worry,
I ain't with that shit.
Yo,
niggas talk about, I ain't with it.
I said,
I ain't with it.
If
a nigga be back in the hood is crazy,
he was
nigga.
talking about me more, right?
I am. I'm on 1,000.
That's Learjet Lenny.
I'm on 1,000, nigga.
You talking about Learjet Lenny,
Bitcoin for Bitcoin, bank account for bank account, and business statements for business statements. And we can do it next week.
Yo, look.
And let's check the transactions. You know how you can scratch it out so nobody wire nobody nothing. See how much money niggas really got. And check the safe. Because we got the safe money too. I got a safe in the crib. And I just took my kids first class flights on Disney. We was in Disney World, nigga. I do shit with the kids, nigga. You heard? It was me and 2 of the homies and 13 kids. We do shit with the kids. My daughter be in college next year. Pardon me, I'm turned up. And the kids is in swimming school. Because I got a big swimming pool in the backyard, nigga.
Now look.
Do you got a pool?
So look. Now
I'm just being clear.
All right, now. Trust.
And I wear my chains everywhere I go. You see my shit, nigga.
Right.
And my shit is bigger than yours and more expensive than all your shit, nigga.
God.
You see me, nigga, everywhere I go. When I'm with 50 and when I'm without, I wear my shit everywhere, nigga. Brooklyn, turn up gang, bang, nigga.
Bleek was questioning whether Murda should even be speaking for a crew he joined years after its biggest run. But the conversation did not stay playful for long. Bleek said he has never been afraid to dance with anybody, making it clear he was not backing away from the pressure. He also suggested Murda sounded unusually angry, like something Bleek said had really struck a nerve. That set up the biggest twist in the entire story. Bleek was about to explain that Uncle Murda's history with Jay-Z may have started because of him. And suddenly this argument became about much more than G-Unit versus Roc-A-Fella. Then Memphis Bleek dropped the claim that completely changed the direction of this story. According to Bleek, Uncle Murda's connection to Jay-Z did not happen by accident. He says he personally helped make that introduction happen. Bleek explained that Green Lantern gave him Uncle Murda's mixtape. He played it for Jay-Z, and Jay immediately wanted to know who the new Brooklyn rapper was. Bleek's version is simple. Without him putting that music in the right hands, Murda may never have received that major Roc-A-Fella opportunity. That is why Bleek looked at Murda's response as more than regular crew loyalty. From his perspective, he once helped open a serious door for Murda, and now Murda is publicly going at him while defending the man helping him today. Taxstone called it appreciation with an expiration date, and that line captured Bleek's whole argument.
What's going on between you and Uncle Murda right now? What was said that triggered Uncle Murda's latest response?
I don't know.
Uncle Murda went off. He said that you don't got no money. He got more businesses than you, and he's just out here wilding.
I guess what they say when you got the business transaction, what the wire must have hit, the G-Unit wire hit, they said yo, to get that Bleek wire hit, so he went off.
Get that Bleek wire.
The Bleek wire transition went through. He looked at his phone and said transition transaction complete.
Go off.
Yeah, they dropped the Bleek wire back. So he went off.
But this is where the situation gets complicated. Does helping somebody years ago mean they can never challenge you later? Or does Murda's loyalty belong to the team he is working, touring, and building with right now? Bleek clearly feels the history should still matter, while Murda appears to believe old favors do not give anyone permission to disrespect his current circle. Bleek also questioned Murda's business challenge, joking that talking about safes and bank accounts does not automatically prove someone owns a serious operation. He pushed the conversation toward payroll, employees, and actual business structure instead. Now both sides were making completely different arguments. Murda was focused on what he owns today, while Bleek was reminding everybody who helped him get seen in the first place.
The reason I don't really get the comparison, right, with I don't know what's going on between, like, the crews with y'all, with both the Roc Nation and the G-Unit thing. I know 50 throw shots at Hove or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't get it because it's like, with you and Jay, it's like some shit, like, from all the way back from your neighborhood, from the 90s, you know what I mean? Of course, Yayo knows 50, but Uncle Murda is Uncle Murda's like new. He came in, when did he start with G-Unit?
Uncle Murda might have started with G-Unit, what, like 5 years ago? You remember the cartoon, The Transformers?
Yeah.
You my age. You remember the Transformers? Uncle Murda is the version of the GoBots becoming a Transformer.
At this point, both sides had said enough to make one thing clear. Nobody was backing down. Uncle Murda believed Bleek disrespected his family, questioned his success, and tried to make him look dependent on 50. Bleek believed Murda was ignoring the history between them and forgetting who helped put his music in front of Jay-Z. That is why Bleek saying he was ready to dance carried so much weight.
If niggas want to go there with Blizzle, we can take it anywhere, bro. Blizzle ain't never been afraid to dance with nobody. And niggas don't want to dance with me in no sector.
It ain't that deep. Like I heard this shit earlier. Somebody played. I'm like, damn. I'm like, this nigga Murda sound pissed the fuck off at this.
He mad. I guess something must have stuck. So from 96 to 2005, I was doing Roc-A-Fella.
He was letting Murda know the money talk, the music shots, and the G-Unit pressure were not enough to scare him away. But Murda's side would probably argue that helping somebody years ago does not give you a lifetime pass to speak on them however you want.
Murda was on there in 2005, right?
Yeah, because of me. Green Lantern giving me a mixtape, and I played the mixtape, and Hove was like, yo, who that? And I said, this new kid from Brooklyn, and he got a deal because of me.
And Tony's original point is still sitting in the middle of all this. He was never saying 50 pays everybody's bills. He was saying 50 gives his people access, keeps them working, and creates chances for them to build something bigger. Bleek sees Jay-Z's style differently, while Murda believes the results speak for themselves.
Murda was on there in 2005, right?
Yeah, because of me. Green Lantern giving me a mixtape, and I played the mixtape, and Hove was like, yo, who that? And I said, this new kid from Brooklyn, and he got a deal because of me. But niggas gonna forget that because Hove don't look out.
Shit. Now, you know what this might be called? This is when appreciation has an expiration date.
That's a fact. Like, I looked out for the homie. Like, nigga know me.
At that moment when you helped him, he probably really fucked with you.
Like,
but now, you don't help him no more. 50 do, so he don't fuck with you no more. I was like, I didn't even know that this nigga was...
Yo, he told me he got the safe in his crib. He got the safe. He said he got a safe in the crib.
This call is from a federal prison.
The who?
He said he got a safe in the crib. He even brought up his safe. He said he want to go safe for safe, business statement for not business statement for business statement. He didn't say that. He said, I don't even know how he said it. The way he said it tells me he don't own a business. Tell that nigga, show me how many employees on your payroll. That's a business statement.
Now the real question is whether this stays entertaining or turns into an actual rap battle. Bleek has the Roc-A-Fella history, Murda has the current momentum, and Tony already threw the Glazer label into the mix. Who made the stronger argument? Did Bleek have a right to bring up Murda's past with Jay-Z, or did he cross the line when he brought family into it? And if these two really take it to music, who are you betting on? Drop your thoughts below, like the video, subscribe to Dripzine, and turn on notifications so you do not miss what happens next.
Well, I just got a couple of things to say, right? Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda. To all the young guys out there who are trying to get in hip-hop, this is who you don't want to be. You do not want to be these two guys, and let me tell you why. At 50 years old, to be backing up a rapper, not one, but two niggas backing up one rapper, got to be the biggest failure ever in hip-hop. Like, how can you come home flying on these jets into all these exotic places to come home and say, I just got finished backing up with my man, 50. Like, how can you sit there and brag about that shit? Now, don't get me wrong, like, it's different with, say, Spliff Star and Buster. Spliff Star's a part of the show, a part of the success. He makes the show better with him there, as far as backing up Buster. But these two bozos, absolutely not. I watched where 50 was doing a show at a college, and he had a football jersey on with the number on it. And then these two guys got a football jersey wearing the same number. And I'm saying to myself, is this some Diana Ross in the fucking Supreme shit? Like, what type of backup singer, dancer shit is this? These niggas are supposed to be so fucking gangster and so rich and supposed to be so this and that, but these niggas wear the same outfits backing up 50 Cent at his shows. Now, I'm gonna tell you, 50's fans, super loyal. Y'all dick riding 50 fans, glazing 50 fans, y'all stands, super loyal, because this guy tells y'all anything, 50. Now, I remember on a bunch of podcasts, there was a podcast I did down here with Ferrari and his man, and they just was like, I told him, I said, that Shreveport deal was cap. I knew it. I said, that was all cap. That was just to get people to clicks and comments. You know, when you announce something and your fan base goes crazy, that was cap. I've been said that. That shit ain't happening. It never was and it never will. Cap. The big G unit, the big drawing or the AI rendition of the big G unit building, cap. But see, y'all ain't saying shit now. All you G unit fans and stans, y'all ain't saying nothing now. Because he doesn't get held responsible for all the cap, all the lies that he do. He has no problem with disrespecting the Jay-Z's and the Diddy's, but both of them still got motion. Diddy got more motion than you in jail. Pretty soon you're gonna start seeing the 50 Cent shit docking real soon. He's not making too much money anywhere else. No. He didn't own those. The Powers, the Stars, the BMF stories, he didn't own those. He didn't own that. Where's all the big movies and that Branson cognac shit? I ain't never seen nobody drink that shit ever in no club anywhere on earth. The Lychee Midori, I don't even know if that's the way you pronounce it. He's been hashtagging that shit for 100 years, and that shit ain't with nowhere. And the reason I'm bringing all this up really is for the fans. It's for y'all stands, for y'all 50 dick riders, for y'all super glazers, the Glaze crew. Cause y'all be so quick to like hop on this man's bandwagon and talk about how great he is, and he's really not doing shit. All he does is try to tear people down. But see, karma has a way of showing up when you least expect it. Shout out to Wallow. I watched these two bozos, Yayo and Uncle Where's the Murder, go on Gilly and Wallow. And I watched Wallow play the shit out of them in their face. Basically told them, y'all was scared on that play. And he was not playing around. He was not cracking no smile. He was dead ass serious. He said it was two of y'all. The first thing y'all did was grab the phone. Y'all was scared. And these niggas is looking like, Couldn't say nothing. Was sitting right there with him. Obviously, Waller wasn't scared. Obviously. Disrespected them right in their face. These niggas talk so much gangster shit and so much money shit that dispo ain't doing nothing. And then Uncle Murda talking about taking his kids to fucking Disneyland. You think that's a flex? You supposed to get credit for taking your kids to Disneyland? Are you fucking crazy? Are you high? My nigga, you don't get credit for that. Me and my man took kids to Disney. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, these two, I don't see them lasting in this game. Their podcast numbers are going down. They don't got too much else to talk about. If they ain't talking about 50, what the fuck do they got to talk about? If they ain't talking about being on tour with 50, what do they got? And the last thing is this. All these places they talking about eating exotic foods and all these exotic countries they're in, you never, ever see them with a broad. You never see them with a woman, ever. Ever. Never. And I'm sure if they got one, they're hiding them. They're hiding that 3 or that 4. And no disrespect to y'all ladies, because I don't want to disrespect y'all because y'all are with them for whatever reason you're with them. But I'm sure that they're not even posting y'all. They don't give a fuck about y'all. Obviously. They're ashamed to be with y'all because you don't see them posting nothing about you. Where Mrs. Tony Yayo and Mrs. Yayo and Mrs. Murda, whoever y'all are, they ashamed of y'all. So, you know, I'd be lying if I say I'm liking. I'd be lying if I say I'm not liking what I'm seeing right now. I'm enjoying this. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna keep watching it. Let's go.